What's up, everybody? Welcome back. All right. Another round of pinball. See how this shit goes. Yeah, you know, it's actually really funny. When I first started this new job at the package handling facility, you know, because I had no idea, like, what my recording schedule would look like. Because, again, I have Sundays and Tuesdays off, typically. So that really only gives me, like, Tuesdays to get any major recording sessions done. And I was really worried at first, you know, when I first started this new job, that I would have a lot less time to record with and that I would not get enough content recorded for you guys. So in order to prepare in advance, that's why, like, if you guys remember towards the beginning of this year, you know, I uploaded a lot of content without commentary because logistically it's easier for me to record content without commentary because I only record content with commentary when my dad is not here, you know, when my dad is at work. I do that for multiple reasons, mostly just because I don't want him to interrupt me in the middle of a recording session. And, you know, I don't want there to be any of his background noise in my videos, you know. So I do that for those two reasons. Those are the two reasons why, like, when I'm recording stuff with commentary, I only do it when my dad is not home, you know, which basically happens when he's not at work. Or when he is at work, I should say. Said the exact opposite of what I wanted to say there. But, yeah, so again, to make a long story short, I only, you know, record content with commentary when my dad is at work, right? So, considering that I now work very early in the morning, we've been starting shifts at around, like, 3 o'clock, actually, like, 3:30 these days. Starting shifts, like, really fucking late these days. But, yeah, we've been starting shifts at around, like, 3 o'clock in the morning. But my dad also works pretty early in the morning. I mean, not compared to me, obviously. I work way earlier in the morning than he does. But, yeah, you know, since our work schedules are a lot more similar now, because back in the day when I was working at the restaurant, we had, like, the exact opposite work schedules. There would be some weeks where, like, I would barely see my dad at all, which was honestly kind of nice because, I'm going to be totally honest, he kind of annoys the shit out of me sometimes. But yeah, that was how it was when I, you know, was working at the restaurant, you know. So I had a lot more time to record with. And that still is true back in the day, but nowadays I get back from work, since I start work at like 3 in the morning, and I live a little bit far away from the place that I work at. It's probably about like anywhere from like a 30 to 40 minute drive depending on traffic. That also eats up a lot of time too. But on average, I'd say I get back around like, if I had to guess, like 9:30, sometime around there. You know, that gives me a lot less time to record with. Whereas in the past, you know, if I woke up early, I could record whenever I wanted to. But it was a lot harder for me to wake up early back in the day or when I was working at the restaurant because, you know, I worked late, so I didn't want to, you know, so I slept in a lot, which made it harder for me to wake up early in the morning. But now I'm used to being awake, you know, super early in the morning, because I go to bed at around, like, fucking 3 or 4 or some shit like that. So, fuck, I completely lost my train of thought. I completely lost my goddamn train of thought. I don't know. But anyway, when I was working at the restaurant, you know, it was harder for me to wake up early in the morning. Because, again, I would work late, so I didn't want to wake up early in the mornings. Otherwise, I'd be super tired. Whereas now, again, like I said, with working at this package handling facility, I'm used to being awake super early in the morning. So that has actually helped me for my Tuesday recording sessions, because that's when I record, you know, one of my 2 playthrough projects. You know, I switch between the 2 every week. Like, one week I'll do one of them, one week I'll do the other one. You know, which right now my 2 playthrough projects are Dark Cloud and Judgment, both of which have been awesome, by the way. I've enjoyed the fuck out of doing both of those games. But yeah, it's really funny because back to like the main thing that I was talking about. So I was really worried when I first started, this new job at the package handling facility that, due to the fact that I had, I'd be getting home at around like 9:30. Because again, like I said, when I worked at the restaurant, I could start my recording sessions as early in the morning as I wanted to, depending on when I woke up. Whereas now, I can't get any recording done until, about like 9:30, I guess, by the time I would get home and set everything up. Like today I had work, but, I can still get recording sessions done. I just can't get like as much shit done, So in order to like prepare for that in advance, because I had a feeling that when I started this job at the package handling facility, I had a feeling that I'd have a lot less time to record shit. So I ended up, that's kind of why towards the beginning of this year, I did a lot of content without commentary. It's because logistically it's easier for me to record content without commentary because I can do that any time of the day. It doesn't matter whether my dad's home or not because there will be no background noise because there's no microphone. And he also, won't interrupt me. Or he will sometimes when I'm doing stuff without commentary, he will interrupt me in the middle of a recording session, but it doesn't matter as much because I'm not, doing a storyline-based game. When I do games without commentary, they're usually just basic pick-up-and-play games or racing games or, shit that doesn't really matter that much. Still fun content, but, shit where it's like, yeah, if my dad interrupts me in the middle of the session, it might be a little bit annoying, but it's not, not that big of a deal. Just basic pick-up-and-play game, So it's not like it really matters if he interrupts me in the middle of that. Whereas if I'm doing a storyline-based game, it would absolutely piss me off, if he interrupted me in the middle of that. So when I do games without, when I do videos without commentary, I'm very selective about what games I play. I play just basic pick-up-and-play kind of games. Fighting games, racing games, sports games, shit like that. So I prepared like a bunch of that kind of content in advance. I also did a little bit of, did that little Wii music project. I kind of felt like those videos didn't really need my commentary, because that was more about the music than me. I didn't really need to do any commentary for those. So, between all that stuff, I kind of prepared some stuff without commentary for the beginning of this year. But as it would turn out, much to my own surprise, I've actually been able to get a lot more content done than I was expecting. And a lot of it has been because these recording sessions of, these playthrough projects, because I wake up, like, even before my dad leaves for work, so I'm able to get all my shit set up in advance and literally start these recording sessions at, like, 5 in the morning. And I can go from, like, 5 in the morning to, like, 2 in the afternoon. I'm able to get a lot of shit done. And even on the days where I don't, where I do have work, I can still come home at 9:30 and get a fair amount of shit done. Still knock out a couple of like quick recording sessions of just one of these kind of pick up and play games, like I'm doing right now, for example. And I can knock out a couple of quick recording sessions, which will give me a couple days worth of content. So, again, much to my own surprise because of the way I've done it, and I've always prided myself on this, I've always prided myself on running a very efficient content production management system here at Multi-Step Productions. Much to my own surprise, I didn't expect my plan to work out as well as it has, but it has worked out incredibly well. Like, I have had no problems producing, content with commentary for you guys. Because that was my concern, is that, like, I would run out of content with commentary to produce for you guys. Which, is fine. My content that I do without commentary is still great. But, I like to make my voice heard from time to time, I like to do content with commentary because for me it's a lot of fun and shit like that. So I was a little worried that I would not be able to get enough content with commentary produced for you guys, but that has not been the case at all. In part due to that, extra preparation, which I don't even think I needed to do really, now that I think about it. because honestly, I'm like actually at the point where I'm running out of space on my hard drive for more videos. Like, I have a 2 terabyte external hard disk drive that I use to store all my content on. Because again, those of you guys who don't know, again, another reason why I'm able to run such an efficient, YouTube operation is that I pre-record all my videos like several months in advance before I actually upload them. Like, at the time I'm actually recording this, it's still like the middle of January in 2023. Basically, I don't remember the exact date, maybe like the 17th or 18th or some shit, but yeah, it's like literally the middle of January 2023 at the time I'm recording this. I guarantee you it'll be much later in time by the time I get around to uploading this on YouTube, and probably a lot later by the time I get around to uploading this on Rumble. But like, I'm actually getting to the point where I'm producing so much content, even still, considering I have a lot less time to record with now. I am still producing so much content that, like, I'm actually running out of space on my, 2 terabyte hard disk drive, because it is so full of content that I am literally running out of space to store more videos. It's insane. So, it seems as though my initial fear of, not being able to produce enough content was definitely unfounded, or I should say incorrect on my part. Turns out I'm still able to produce a massive amount of content. So I've really figured out, I've really gotten into a good schedule the past like couple months or so. I've really started to figure out this new job and how to best use my time and shit. And things have been going pretty well, Things have been going pretty well. So I can't bitch too much. I'm not saving up as much money as I'd like to. I'm not moving my plans along as quickly as I'd like to, so it's a little bit, it's a little bit frustrating and shit at times. But I just got to keep on keeping on, so to speak, and all that good shit. But yeah, that was my initial fear, is that like I wouldn't be able to get enough content produced for you guys, and that has not been the case. Like, I've been producing more than enough content, with commentary. Because a lot of the times, again, I like to do some content with commentary and then some stuff without commentary. Honestly, though, the main reason why I do some of the stuff without commentary is just to, throw in some bonus content, basically, just so that I can get extra content produced. So that way I don't run out of stuff to upload, with commentary. Because obviously I know y'all love the sound of my annoyingly high-pitched voice. But anyway... yeah, no, it's been the exact opposite of what I expected. Like, I've been able to produce way more content, and get way more recording sessions done than I expected, and it has worked out fantastically. You guys may see me do a lot more of these, like, small, quick pop-up recording sessions of just, basic pick-up and play games and shit, but that was kind of my plan, and it has worked fabulously, like, better than I expected. So... yeah, again, that's part of the reason why I did a lot of content without commentary at the beginning of this year, was because I was like, yeah, I better throw some extra content together, because once I, do this, get this new job and shit, I don't know how much time I'll have to record content with commentary, and I have had more than enough time so far. Now, that may not be the case as we move forward here. I might get a little bit further behind and shit, but... at least for now, like, I am totally good. Like, even if I stopped recording right now, I would still have enough content to last me many months. So, no worries there, for sure. But, yeah, things have been working out a lot better than I expected. My efficiency has been up to my normal standards, if not even shockingly a little bit better than I expected. So, things are going well here at Multi-Step, getting a lot of content, fun shit produced for you guys, between my playthrough projects and various pick-up and play games. And I'm trying to focus on, doing a wide variety of shit for you guys. Again, which is why I like to, alternate between 2 different playthrough projects every week, And again, all my pick-up and play games, in between doing those recording sessions, here and there. So... again, playing a wide variety of games is something I've always tried to do on this channel, give you guys a little bit of something for everyone, so, yeah. And that is something I will continue to do. But, hope you guys enjoy it. Got a lot of fun lot of fun shit planned for you guys on this channel in the upcoming years, and we're going to go on a lot of amazing and fun adventures together for sure, and just have a lot of fun in general. I really hope so anyway. All right. Well, either way, guys, that'll do for this one, so stay tuned for the next game coming up next. Until then, peace out.